Now, we shall be ranking. Ranking guys. We're ranking hot guys of Final Fantasy, ranging from the weird to the lovely. So we are starting with Final Fantasy X, because Final Fantasy X is where I started my streaming journey, funnily enough, almost a year from now. Here are my tiers, okay? Here are my tiers that I've created for us. We have S tier, married, kids, joint bank account, right? These are the cream of the crop. These are the guys that I'm going to wed myself to and dedicate my life to. No prenup attached. I'm here. I'm here with you, my soulmate. A tier, dating. Okay, we get to the dating stage, and God bless the United States of America. We go on a few amazing small little dates, and I'm happy. I'm happy, he's happy, we're all happy. B tier, smash, self-explanatory. Victory! C tier, friend zone, self-explanatory. I think a lot of folks are gonna end up here on the friend zone, where it's gonna go like, okay, it's not gonna work out between you and me, but you know what? I want to be your friend. I want to be your amigo. Let's grab some vegan poke bowls. I don't know. D tier, no thanks. You know what? Here's the tier where I say, you know what? I see you, I hear you, but I don't think this is gonna work out. And respectfully, I'm gonna shake your hand and say, no thank you. Huh? No thank you. Best of luck to the next chap. F tier, uggo. So this is not just about like, physical looks. F tier, you truly have to be a despicable person mixed with just like not being, just not my. It's a conglomeration of so many things. F tier, you really have to be, true bottom of the barrel. So. When I was choosing who to put here, okay, when I was choosing one more thing, I was looking up everyone's ages, and there were some that I just couldn't find the ages for, so I was just kind of like using my judgment. But everyone here, from as much as I can tell, is not a minor, because no minors. That's weird. That's weird. All right. Are y'all ready? I'm ready. Like I said, I think we're only gonna get as far as X and X2 today, because I'm gonna talk a lot, and I don't. There's so much to do. There's so many men of Final Fantasy. All right, so let's begin. First up on the chopping block is Mr. Wakka. So Wakka is, admittedly not there for me. Not doing much for me. You know what I mean? I think perhaps it is the PS2 graphics that's really doing him in, but I don't know. He's just not it for me. So automatically, I wouldn't put him in A or S, right? And I will say, him in the beginning, not it either. I think that he exhibits a lot of like behavior that I just think is like not it for me. I called him quite the racist at the beginning of Final Fantasy X, and so did.
So the outbetter behind that. Those
Isaru.
Plastic grease monkeys.
Oh my god! Does he get better? Yes, he does get better, but I don't know. After that, I think he softens. He softens my heart. So, where does that place him on my tiers? Would I want to be his friend? I think so. I think he'd be a really loyal friend. So at the very least, he's C. But would I smash? No, I don't think so. He's, I think, gonna be a really, really loyal friend. And I'm thinking about him in his like most latest iteration, you know what I mean? Because I feel like in his most, like him as a father, like he's maturing, and that's sweet to see. I love to see that. I just wouldn't smash. So I think him in X2, friend zone. Him at the beginning, probably no thanks. But him in, fully developed there. I'm judging it based on both personality and looks. Both of them. You know what I mean? Because there's some guys here that are like uber hot, but I'm like, ooh, you're gonna kill me in my sleep. Smash. All right, Mr. Oren. Fun fact that I found out as I was looking up everyone's ages, this man is 35. This man looks like he's in his 50s, dude. But let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Come on, folks. We're here to be honest. We're here to be honest. We're here to be honest. Oren, come on. Come on. Look at this. I wouldn't date because I think he's a little bit emotionally unavailable to a point where, meh. Like he's definitely like a very attractive gentleman, and I would definitely love to, you know. Yeah, I thought he was like much older too, Chris. I thought he was much older. No, he's 35. He's 35. The stress of watching out for Titus. This is what happens when you look out for Titus. But smash for Oren. Plus that voice, dude. Come on, dude, that voice. This is my story, and you're not a part of it. Oh. Kimari is an animal. Listen, I love him. He's my little buddy. He's my little pal. He's not even little. He's a big boy. But what he as a man who has like that amount of fur and looks like this, for me he's going to the C tier. But for Trash Tag, B tier. For me, he's going here because he's really kind. He's very nice. He was the one who looked out for Yuna when her dad died, and so he's definitely got that, you know, kind soul in him. So, come on, what's not to love? What's not to love? Y'all are gonna judge me so hard for this. If you know Final Fantasy X, y'all are gonna judge me so hard for this. But if you watched my Final Fantasy X playthrough, you should not be surprised at all. Like, you shouldn't be surprised at all. You shouldn't be surprised at all that Seymour Guado is in the A or S tier for me. God, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. I'm sorry. He just, that little side eye, if he did that to me, I'd melt. I will say Seymour Guado does have an odd voice. This might influence your vote here, Trash Tag, but like if you look up how he talks, it's very high and whiny. He talks kind of like this. Hello, Yuna. Hi, how are you? He's Jeffree Star. Hi, how are ya?
Oh, hi, how are ya?
So I think at the end of S or X, by that point I was like, oh, also he kissed a 17-year-old on the mouth and married her. So that definitely is a huge mark against you for marrying and kissing a 17-year-old. And actually, you know what? Now that I say that, as I speak about it, maybe that's a no thanks for me. If you were just evil and trying to destroy the world, okay, A tier. But since you kissed a 17-year-old, okay, going too far there. With tongue too, dude. In front of like the entire government. Seymour is crazy. But that hasn't stopped me before. Alright. Come on, the lore goat? The lore goat, Macon? What's not to love? What's not to love? He gives me like grandfatherly energy, you know what I mean? Like, you are like 8 years old, right? You're 8 years old with your like little siblings, and then he comes over to the house, gives everyone like little hard candies from his pocket. They're a little warm and kind of gross, but you know what? It's okay because it's from Grandpa. He sits in his armchair and he goes, "Do you want to hear about the time that the Albed built the lightning posts in the Thunder Plains?" And you're like, "Yeah, Grandpa, tell me." And for that, he deserves a C tier. Love you, Macon. Illy Macon. This is a bird. This is a literal animal. This is an animal that you feed like grains from the palm of your hand. This is an animal that you literally like, that catches like dead mice. So that is going there. This is the hottest man ever. Is Pixels. Come on, Braska, dude. Look at this man. And tell me you don't want to get on your knees right now. He saved the world, dude. This man saved the world. Does Yuna need a stepdad? Does Yuna need a stepdad? Come on, does Yuna need a stepdad? Because I'm willing to fill that role. I'm not a stepdad. I'm the dad who stepped up. For Braska, anything. For Braska, anything. For Isaru, anything. For Isaru, anything. I think Isaru's cute. I think he's a cutie patootie, dude. Like, the way that he cares for his brothers and just how he tries really hard, but I think he was really misled by the maesters and, like, you know, it's hard. It's hard out there for Isaru, dude. I can't blame the guy for fighting us, but he's no S tier. He's no S tier. He's no Braska. Jecht is interesting. Jecht is an interesting is definitely an interesting talk because I admire the way that he likes like his bond with Braska and Orin. And I admire the fact that he changes throughout the story, right? And the great lengths that he goes to try to get back to Titus. Now, all that being said, this man still can be a dick. This man still can be a dick, and the way that he treated Titus in the beginning, I wasn't down with that. I wasn't really down with that. I wasn't down with that. It made me really, I don't know. It made me really sad, and you can tell that it really left a lot of lasting trauma and impact on Titus that I think is beyond what we saw in the game. Therefore, that's a no thank you for me. That is a no thank you for me. He wanted to be friends, but I said, no, I'm all right. Thank you. Oh, also he became a destroyer of worlds, a demon. But hey, you know what? We can't all be perfect. Barthelo, I said probably smells like, God, I said he smelled like shit. He probably has skid marks. That's what I said. During my playthrough, I said this man definitely has skid marks in his underwear. No tea, no shade to Barthelo, but he looks like the kind of guy to have skid marks. God, I can smell this photo from here. And there's just something about him that just made me feel off. All right. How we feeling about Zook, y'all? How we feeling about Zook? He's got that Mr. Clean thing going on. He's got that, like, you know, he's wearing a carpet. But Zook is not it for me. You know what, Zook? No thank you. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna move Seymour down here. And yeah, I'm gonna move Seymour down there just because of his crimes against minors. Sorry, buddy, but you're down there now. You truly are delegated to the bottom of the pack. Okay, Clasco. I was surprised. I thought this young man was literally like a child, but no, he's 20. But I love Clasco. He's my little buddy, dude. He's my little buddy. Look at him. He looks so awkward. I feel like if we were to do a Final Fantasy X modern AU, college AU, write a fan fiction, this boy would be trying out for the college volleyball team. Or he'd be a band kid. That's the vibes I get from Mr. Clasco. With that haircut, absolutely. So, Mr. Clasco, thank you. I want to be your friend. Like, more than anything, I want to be Clasco's friend. I think he'd be so cool. So cool and so kind. C for Clasco. This is a god. This is a literal god, but also a little bit of a male wife. Let's be honest. I think his name's like Zarkon? One of those. I only remember him from that flashback with Yunalesca. Zayon. Oh, got it. He's got kind of like a Gladio thing going on. If they made Final Fantasy 15 back in the day, like PS2 era, this, I would believe, would be like the face model they'd use for Gladio. But you know what? A little male wife energy. Okay, you know what? Smash. I can get down with the gods, you know what I mean? By the elder gods. Me having sex with Zayon. By the elder gods. me moaning by the elder gods. In a night of passion with Braska. By the elder gods.
By the elder gods.
Okay, that's enough, Maudie. That's enough. Micah is a sniveling coward who deserves nothing but the pits of hell. Fuck Micah. How we feeling about Owaka? How we feeling about Owaka? This man took all of my money. I remember that. He is a family man. I think he's like the 13th, the 30th in line. So that's a plus. He's not A or he's not S or A for me, 100%. I don't think he's B either. So do I want to be Owaka's friend? Not necessarily. He can go Owaka off a pier. So yeah, I agree. No thanks. I don't want to be friends with Owaka. He's a good guy, but just not for me. How are we feeling about how are we feeling about Sin? How are we feeling about Sin? I'm thinking S or A. Listen. Sin showed us hole at the beginning in Xanarkin. Sin showed us like massive hole, and he all of Xanarkined up. Chris is not having it. Chris is like, no, Sin. And I'll agree. I'll defer. Sin is a no-go. Let me tell you, he was a problem of a boss in Final Fantasy X. And you know what? Now that I am reliving that boss battle, yeah, he deserves F tier. Zenmata. No insta-kill. With bated breath. Damn it! Sorry. That's not how I wanted to win that fight. Okay, now this is a bit of a different conversation from Owaka, okay? This is a bit of a different... Rin is a bit of a different conversation than Owaka. Does he not give you like little Legolas vibes? You know what I mean? Like, and also he's rich. This is a rich man we're dealing with here, folks. He is a merchant. He's a franchise owner. You know what I mean? He owns multiple franchises. We see him all throughout Spira. We can find it all throughout Spira, the effects of this man. He's a franchise owner, and it's not too bad on the eyes either. And he's also kind. I think he's also like a philanthropist as well, if I remember correctly. I think he did something charitable in X. Also, he owns his own sports team, I think. I remember seeing him in Luca. So, you know, he's certainly hanging out in the ranks of Mark Cuban, you know what I mean? This is the Mark Cuban of Spira, you know what I mean? So, with Legolas looks, dude. So, come on. Let's get at it. Financial stability, I think that he is going to be dependable. So, Rin is an S tier. I wasn't expecting to put Rin on an S tier, y'all. It's full of surprises today. All right, Maroda. So when the three brothers were on the screen for Final Fantasy X, I compared them to the Robins, right? So Isaru was Dick Grayson, Pache was Tim Drake, and this Maroda is the Jason Todd. And I certainly get those vibes from him. Let's think about him in X2 as well. In X2, his brother Isaru became a glorified tourist trapper. What's the word for that? Tour guide. That's the word I'm looking for. He became a glorified tour guide. But you know what Maroda did? You know what this boy did right here beside me? He stayed loyal to the cause. He stayed fighting. He was a fighter to the end. Maroda joined the youth league. So this man is dedicated. This man's full of passion. I think this man really could just, you know, I think he'll break your heart. I'll be honest. I think he'll break your heart. Either he dies in battle or he just breaks your heart. He's like, I'm done with you. I feel like Maroda would be like a stepping stone to finding the right man. You know what I mean? Like, he'll be a hard breakup, but he will be a breakup. So I would date. Aw, he's there with his brother. How we feeling, gang? This is a potato. I don't like what he became in X2 at all. In Final Fantasy X, fine. I think I would have loved to be his friend, but X2 really kind of puts a damper for me. So honestly, he's either C or D tier, depending on whether or not I still respect him after what he did in Xanarkand. That shit was despicable. Turning it into a huge tourist trap. Like, Isaru might be the guy who's like, you know, faking the voice for Unalesca and shit, but it was Sid's idea to do all that, to like desecrate like a really holy place like that. That's all Sid. That's all him. That's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. So I'm gonna say no thanks. For that, for doing that, no thank you. I think I'm good. All right. What about this child? Hey, he's got a gun. He can protect your home, your family, everything that needs protecting. Maester Kinnock has got it. It's no contest. I hate this. Despicable man of Final Fantasy X is the Maesters. Look, three for three. I wonder if we're gonna get Kel'Gronso in there too. Okay, this one's an interesting conversation. I think this one's gonna be an interesting conversation. So, Luzu? Is that his name? Luzu? Is interesting to me because Luzu is he was there with Wakka's brother when he died. He was the one who convinced Wakka's brother to enlist in the Crusaders in order to quote-unquote save Lulu. But he like lives with that same kind of guilt for the people that he's around. So he feels that with Gaara. And with Gaara, that's why he tells him at the end, like right before the Battle of Mihen, like, no, don't go to battle. Don't go to battle. Like, literally, like, you're not ready for that. You know what I mean? That's why he tells him that. So that's a very interesting conundrum. So this man has demons. Let's be honest. This man has demons. This man will keep you up in the middle of the night. He'll wake you up. He'll be like, babe, would you still love me if I was a worm? Like, he'll do some shit like that, you know what I mean? I think he's very insecure as a person. After all that deep talk, smash. Smash. I think that he's got too much baggage for me to date. He'll need to, like, sort through that before we can rekindle. The true cream of the crop here, folks. As you can see, y'all are quivering with excitement. Let's talk about Kel'Gronso. Kel'Gronso is interesting because he, I think, was the most unawares of all of the other Maesters. I think he was surprised by the treachery of Seymour, Micah, and Kinnock. And he tried to like defend his home. He fought on the front lines with them, ended up dying. That's my president. Maester Ronso, I think friend. I agree with Chris. I think friend. I was like debating whether or not no thanks, because I did have this like discussion during my stream of the game about whether or not he also knew about what they were doing, and he did to some degree. He did to some degree. He did know what they were doing with Yevon to some degree. I think for me, I'm gonna go no thanks. Because of that, no thanks. Because he was part of what the Maesters were planning, and for that crime, he goes to my D tier. How are we feeling about Papa Guado? About Daddy Guado? About Seymour's dad? From what I can tell, Seymour's dad was actually like a fair and just ruler, but he was, like I said, I think gonna go to D tier the same way that Kelk is, because I think he also is part of the whole Yevon lie. They had a name for the Yevon lie, but I don't remember what it is right now. That's true. He didn't approve of it, but he was powerless to do anything about it. But I think being in the position that he was, I can't say that he was completely powerless, because he was still a maester of the lands. You know what I mean? Therefore, I think he is still, in a ways, complicit with the entire thing. So this is Yankee and Biran. We can actually put them together. So these guys are Kimari's bullies. These guys bullied Kimari, our boy. But they are noble warriors. But they are still bullies. And you know what? Here at Mod Games, we hate bullies. We don't like bullies. Bullies deserve the uggos. Did they fight for their nation? Sure. But they also did bully Kimari. Alright. No words for him. We're Mr. Old Man Guado can go here. All right, brother, the final guy for Final Fantasy X is quite the discussion because brother was quite the dynamic character in X, but then became whatever he became in Final Fantasy X2, and he tried to kiss his cousin multiple times. Oh my god, he tried to kiss his cousin multiple times. Oh god. Hey, here at Mon Games, we frown at incest. So there it is. There's Final Fantasy X. Let's revisit. See if there's anyone I want to change. F tier. Seymour, Micah, Kinnock. God, I forgot what this guy's name is, but he's one of the Ronsos. Sin, Biran, and Yankee, and then brother. Yeah, brother. After the whole incest thing in X2, yeah, I think we're good. We're good. D tier, no thanks, is Zook, Barthelo, this bird thing, Jekt, Sid, Kelk, and what's this guy's name? It starts with a J. Jiskel? Is it Jiskel? Oh, and Owaka. I think I'm comfortable with putting these two here. I don't think I want to be friends with them. I think I'm good with putting them in D. C tier is Waka, Kimari, Macon, and Klasko. Klasko, I love Klasko so much. Klasko, my baby boy, my little brother. He's like a little brother to me. B tier Smash is Orin, Zayon, Sarkon, whatever his name is. I'll figure it out. Once we get into bed, I'll figure it out. By the Elder Gods. And Luzu. A tier dating is the brothers, Isaru and Maruda. Not at the same time. Not at the same time, mind you. Because, as I said, incest is a no-go here at Mod Games. And then married, kids, joint bank account. S tier is Rin and Braska. Also, what we're gonna do is whoever ends up in the S tier hottest man, I'll do a bracket, and then whoever is like the winner of that is gonna be our ultimate Final Fantasy hottest man, the sexiest bachelor. Okay, X2. Hey, how are we feeling about Barkeep? You roll over in bed and this is what you see. The high pillow are cool. I'd be friends with him. But no thank you. No thank you. How are you rocking with Ormi and Logos? I think this is Logos. Logos, he talks like this. I think he'd be really snooty. Also, I forgot to say, Logos is also a creep. Don't forget that too. Logos has like he takes videos of naked people. This is the kind of man I think deserves to be on a registry. Oh, also he did a massacre as well. He did a massacre with Ormi, and I think that deserves him the Uggo role. But he's also, I think he deserves to be on this registry, but I think Ormi's just there for the laughs. He's there for the gags and the jokes, you know what I mean? He's there for the gags and the jokes. And so, Ormi might be like evil, but I think he's like Wario evil, you know what I mean? Like, Wario! You know, like farts really loudly in a public library kind of evil. Like diabolical, you know what I mean? He's more diabolical than evil, in my opinion. And for that, I think just a firm no thank you is enough for me. A firm no thank you is enough for me. All right, brother's best friend though, Buddy Raven from Tekken, I think it's a different conversation. I think he's a different conversation altogether. He's very reliable. He knows how to kind of approach the world and approach things in a logical way. I think he is the best of both worlds between brothers like confidence and Shinra's like braininess. You know what I mean? He's like the nice middle ground between them. And for that, I think Mr. Buddy, you deserve high marks for this. You deserve high marks. And so I think because of all that logical business, I think you deserve S tier, to be honest. S or A tier. You're just exceedingly charming. And I think he really cares. So you deserve to be there. Thank you. Thank you for your service, buddy. I'd marry him. Mr. Maven Nuge. Nuji Wooji, as the kids say. Nuji Wooji, leader of the youth league. I think has too many demons for me. I think he has too many demons for me. I think that he walks like an old man. But would I hit? Yeah. Am I any better than LeBlanc? No. Oh my god.
Oh, you're good. Nuji Wooji is such a manly man.
Nuji Wooji. So I think smash. Smash for Mr. Nuji Wooji. Nuji Wooji. How are we feeling about Vegnagun? Alright, the fans want to know. Lock your answers in. How are we feeling about Vegnagun? Vegnagun is a solid no thank you to me. It's an uggo for me. He's cool looking though. He's cool. Yaibel is interesting. Yaibel was one of those that I was really unsure about, but I finally found some sort of source that said that Yaibel is like 20 years old. So Yaibel, I think, falls into the same camp as Clasko, but Yaibel, I think, has a lot more confidence. He reminds me a lot of second class soldier Zack.
Me?
Where he has kind of like that puppy dog energy.
Gungaga.
Which I think is charming. I think it can be incredibly charming. I think, and also with a mixture of Cloud in there as well.
Nibelheim.
I think I'd go on like a couple dates, and I think we'd find out that we have nothing in common. You know what I mean? Like that's the immediate vibe I get from Yaibel, is that like we'd go on like, I don't know, we'd go get like sushi or some shit, and we'd like chit chat and we'd like have a good time and like laugh, and then like but towards at some point we both go, I don't think this is working. I don't like, it's just not like clicking. You know what I mean? I think that's what's gonna happen, but I think just the one date is enough to get him to A tier. So thank you, Yaibel. This guy, who I'm blanking on his name, I think it starts with a B. He is the mean guy in Besaid. No, I don't want to be friends with him because I feel like he's too serious. We can't get a good laugh out of him. So no thank you. Becklum, I think that's his name. Becklum, it just came to me. This Ronso, I don't remember what his name was, but he was the one that was like mean to Kimari. And for those crimes, you're out.
On the bottom, Page.
As you can see, I'm leaving the two best for last. You may say, Monty, isn't this a child? It's not. This is a grown man. He's like God, what's his name? He's on TikTok a lot. He has like a reaction meme where he's like eating something. He's like that, whatever that was. But this guy, not feeling it. And I think that him and I just won't vibe. I just think our vibes are different. You know what I mean? So I'm putting him in D tier, not because of anything in particular that he did. I just think the vibes are off. Maybe our zodiac signs don't mesh. All right, now let's get to the real conversation, okay? Let's get down to the real conversation. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, okay? Gipple. Come on, dude, let's get serious. Let's sit down and like have an actual talk here about Gipple, dude. Come on. He's a leader of his people. You know what I mean? He is an employer. He hired Yuna and gang to check out the ruins of the city, and he's a cutie patootie to boot. And he's an engineer. You know what I mean? I'm sure he knows his way around an electric board. I think it's hard not to S tier this man. You know what I mean? It's hard not to S tier him. Look at the Albed. Look at the Albed in the S tier. Going 3. Who else is an Albed here? I think Sid is another Albed. 3 for 4 for the Albed. Albed are really winning here. Man, I'm an Albed lover. Albed lover. Mot Games. Okay, and then finally, I think we'll end with the Final Fantasy X today. Let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend. This man was in charge of what's that called? The only name that's in my brain is Besaid, but that's not it. Bevel. This man was in charge of Bevel all on his own. He was trying to keep it together. He was in charge of New Yevon, which is not great, but I think that he was just trying his best. I think he's everything that Nuji Wuji is, just without all the baggage that Nuji Wuji is. You know what I mean? Like Nuj, I think, wrestles with demons, and I think that Baralai and Gipple wrestle with Nuj's demons. You know what I mean? They're all fighting Nuj's demons. I say, honestly, Mr. Baralai, you deserve to be in the upper echelons of the Mot Games tier list. I say you do. Come on, this is what we got. This is what we got. So Final Fantasy X2. Here's what we have. F tier, we have Logos for being a creep. Yankee, I think his name is Yankee, for being a bully and an insurrectionist. Ask him where he was on January 6th. Vegdagun for obvious reasons. And then on D tier, we have, God, what's his name of this little guy? This guy. We have Ormi, who's just here for the laughs, dude. Look at him, he's laughing, but I just think the vibes are off. I think we're gonna like hang out and he's gonna like fart. He's just gonna let out a huge toot. In C tier, Friend Zone, we have the Barkeep. Okay. B tier, we have Nuji Wuji, who I think just has too much baggage for me. But thank you for participating, Nuji Wuji. Yaibel is in A tier. Probably would get my heart broken, but would date Mr. Yaibel. And then in the S tier, we have the strong, stable men of Final Fantasy X. Oh. These guys are the cream of the crop. All right, I think this is our good tier list for today. This is good to end on today.